Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 5th anniversary Beadbox unboxing. How wild is that?
This is incredible. I just can't believe we've made it to this day, getting to create over 60 boxes. This is our 61st Sam's
Right.
Beadbox. It's
crazy.
incredible.
That's really wild.
Yeah.
We're having a full celebration
Sam's
today because the moment I clicked start live, Dink jumped up on the
There's our kitty.
So
there she is.
Oh, sorry, Kitty. It's okay. She just wants to be involved.
Yeah, she does.
So welcome to our unboxing. We are kicking off a week of festivities because we have a party in 1 week with how many folks are joining for our party?
I think like 9 bead friends are coming. And you all are coming too, I hope.
So it's going to be a big old party reminiscing about the last 5 years, designing. Hello, Dink. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So today we're going to be taking a look at the beads in the box and doing some designing with them, sharing how we curated our 5th anniversary box, which is a big milestone box for us.
Yeah.
And the first anniversary box was Sam's favorites. And so over the years, folks have asked, where's Rachel's favorites? And so for our 5th anniversary box, we are bringing you
Rachel's favorites.
Woo, here we go. Dinky.
This box is super special to me. I mean, I've been involved in like nearly every box with Sam. At the beginning, it was just like a little bit of assistance, and now I've just, over the years, I've fully taken over. I get to lead it. I get Sam as a collaborator, and I've learned a lot over these last 5 years just about what's possible with jet glass and gemstones, and I've learned more about what I like. And so it was really cool to just be able to be like, what do I love? What just makes my heart sing, and put that all into a box together. So I'm just really proud of this. And I was definitely nervous sending this out and seeing what everyone would think of it. But I hope you all have been enjoying it. I hope you enjoy the unboxing today and are able to start creating with it.
Oh, it's such a special box. Lots of premium type beads was our focus for this one. So we're going to share all of them right now. So let's jump in, Rachel.
Yeah, I'll flip around my camera. Here we go. We're going to lay out all of the beads in the Rachel's Favorites Sam's Bead Box, our 5th anniversary box. So let me tell you all a little about it. So I'll flip my camera back. So Rachel's Favorites, March 2026, 5th anniversary box. Back in March 2022, when Sam's Bead Box turned 1, we celebrated with Sam's favorite things. Now that the box is 5, we're sharing my favorites. Across 60 boxes, we've seen the Northern Lights, relaxed with a spa day, time travel to ancient Egypt, and traverse the Emerald City. Over the years, while designing custom beads for the box, I've learned the nuances of blending colors and coatings in distinctive jet glass shapes. Each theme stretched my creativity and sharpened my design eye. I'm thrilled to pour that experience into a collection filled with my favorite things. I've curated my dream palette of red, turquoise, and peach. Thank you for being part of this creative journey. Cheers to 5 years of Sam's Bead Box.
Yay! What? Wow. A milestone to celebrate. This marks our 61st box, which is wild. We've done 5 full years of boxes now, and so this kicks off technically our 6th year. And we have an amazing year planned for all of you, starting with this box. So, shall we jump in?
Yeah, let's start looking at these beads. I want to tell everyone about them. Okay, Sam, will you take us through the list that's inside every bead box that everyone gets?
Yeah, let's start with all the strands for this box. Rachel has a nice order for us for the strands to take a look at them. And we're going to start with 3 of our gemstones. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of gems in this box. We're going to start with our red jasper pear drops. These are a top drilled brio, 13 by 18 millimeters, 10-piece strand.
So it was a no-brainer that I had to put a pear brio in this box. To me, a piece of jewelry isn't really complete unless it has a pear drop brio just dangling off it. Earrings, necklace, anything. This is what I need. And then this is in a beautiful, beautiful polish on this red jasper. And I love all the natural inclusions. So every strand is going to look a little different.
These are going to be fun to design around. For the idea I just started working on, I think actually maybe I'll steal one of these for my centerpiece because that red is really something. And
yeah, I started a earring and necklace set that I'm going to continue making with all of you, and these are the focus, the focal.
Ooh. Let's go to our Peach Moonstone Smooth Rounds, grade A, in the 6 to 7 millimeter size range. Take a look at that wonderful shine wearable score for this box.
Can y'all believe this? The grade of this is incredible.
Wow. Just a great example of the premium beads we're able to include in this anniversary box. We want it to feel extra special. And so you can see the shine in that bead. That's an indicator of the quality of that stone. And then that lovely peach color.
Obsessed.
That's a nice 8-inch strand there. And takes us into our Hessonite Orange Garnet. Faceted rondelles. They're just under 3 millimeters. And you get this lovely 7.5-inch strand. Orange Garnet is one of my longtime favorites, and it seems like it has become one of Rachel's as well. What draws you to the color?
Look at the faceting, how it sparkles. That makes me so happy.
It's a very like butterscotchy type bead.
Yes, yes. So just look at this together. These are like the warm tones of the palette that really blend together. Like, yes, these are all different colors, but to me, they all give a similar feel, that warmth, that richness, that contrasts so well with my truly favorite color that we will see in a moment.
Yeah, if
but
you
this
want
is
more,
what you need with it.
If you want to restock some of these items, anything that we do have extras of is on the website already. Check the links below this video to shop extra boxes, extra individual extras. We got them all posted for you. Next up is our Check Glass Fire Polish Drop, one of my personal favorites. I like a lot. There's a lot of Sam favorites in the Rachel favorites box.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I mean, like, you've got 2 premium glasses. This is a turquoise glass. It is a red silk glass, and both of them have a Picasso coating on them.
I know. Look at the detail on these. It has, yeah. So a lot of things are quite fancy. Maybe not in the sense of like we're going to the opera, but like these are very premium things. So opaque glass, having like fire polish, so that has all the faceting around each bead, and the Picasso finishes. Everything I love has to have lots of layers.
So you get a 12-piece strand of these 6 by 8 millimeter drops. And I love that we have 2 colors to play with, lots of dangle opportunities. Next up,
there's quite a few. I just have to say, there's quite a few beads in this box that can be dangles and little embellishments on your design. And that is not by accident. That is how I want all of my jewelry to look.
Yeah. Next up, Check Glass Drook rounds, a nice smooth round in turquoise. Oh, look, the Picasso coating is back. Yep. 8 millimeters, 15-piece strand.
Oh, it is the perfect shade of turquoise, Sam. It's that greeny blue turquoise that's almost teal. And then the Picasso just adds all of that texture, that pattern to it that makes it look like a gemstone.
That is gorgeous. That's just gonna pair really well with the gems of the box because of that stone-looking finish.
Oh my! This just takes my breath away. This is probably the most beautiful bead that's ever existed right here.
Next to the red jasper drops.
Look at the contrast.
That is the contrast we were going for in this box.
So these 3, this was kind of the core idea of the palette, is like, I am all about turquoise, and then I like orange and red with it. And for me, I like a very peachy orange, like this. And then I like deeper, kind of darker reds rather than like a bright saturated one. I like more like earthy, muted, like terracottas. So these are basically, this is the 3 colors that make up this box that you'll see.
We have our Check Glass spacer rondelle in the same mix of turquoise and Picasso. 3 millimeter spacer size with 100 pieces to go around.
So a Rachel box could not be complete without itty bitty beads. So this is what I have for you all. These are so handy. Now you can have, you have your larger turquoise, but you just got to be able to put small little pops of turquoise throughout your whole design.
Oh, thank you for the sweet comments, everyone. We so appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy you guys are liking this. But I know this is such a small bead, but it still had to have the Picasso on it because otherwise it just, to me, looks a little one note. And that's what gives it that variation that looks like a gemstone.
These would be nice for making like eyeglass chains with. I can already see like our grandma would love an eyeglass chain in that color. She loves her blues. Hi, Nani. I'm sure Nani's going to watch this at some point. So hi, Nani. We love you.
Grandma.
We've got our check glass fire polish round. This is actually a turquoise glass underneath.
It is.
With a nice bronze luster coating on top. They are 3 millimeters, 100 piece strands.
These are truly luxurious. Having the metallic coating and a little bit of that kind of texture pattern on it. Wow.
This is
it's
cool.
Like a
Susan says this is her favorite box so far.
That's incredible.
That's a pretty big statement, Susan. Thank you so much. I'm so curious what your top boxes are that you're comparing to. Next up, we have more beads. More beads,
so many more.
You're right. Check glass daggers, peach and red mix, and more. 5 by 15.5 millimeters, 20 piece strand of mixed glass daggers.
So daggers to me just means more dangles. It's a brio. It's a top drilled bead, which is what I love to work with because then I can wire wrap it and have it dangling off of all my jewelry. And then this is in the most luxurious mixed glass. So it's these like different shades of like peaches and beige and neutrals. And then these like pops of tomato red.
Flip it over. I'm curious what it looks like on the backside.
It is just so unexpected.
So like looks like almost some pieces like have the red. Actually, I have a strand in front of me. Like some pieces have the red on one side. That's cool.
But some have full red. You got variety there. Yeah, very unexpected. But working with this box, coming up with it, I definitely just had the most clarity I've ever had in the design process because I just like knew exactly what I love, what's important to me. Like, having purchased beads and then tried them out together and seen what I like from my own jewelry making process. I pulled a lot from that. I pulled a lot from like when I am sitting down to make jewelry, what are the elements I need? What are the colors I gravitate towards? And so for me, this was probably one of the easiest boxes to design.
Rachel did have a very early mood board. She's like, I think I already have a vision for what this box might look like.
Yeah. It was not very hard, and I was very stubborn about what was needed in the box with Sam. But he also pushed me. I think this one was one that you suggested. I was like, oh, do I want to bring this finish in? And now I am so happy because it just adds more variety and it matches like the luster and the sparkle so that it's not just earth tone. So I really love how
you could easily have done a box of like 2 main colors, but it's nice to do main colors and then find the unexpected accents that really make it have that very specific touch. So we're going to go to our next red, our check glass English cut. This is a red.
Let me grab them both. You can, tell us about both of these.
So the smaller bead there is the English cut, one of our favorite shapes in red silk glass. That is a very premium glass type with a bronze Picasso finish, 3.5 millimeters, 50 piece strand. Ooh, that is beautiful. That's a nice bead. If you got to see that one in person, that is a luxurious red. And it goes well with our Saturn bead in our red dream mix. So it's red with little accents of white. This one has a copper wash on it, 6 millimeters, 25 piece strand.
So one thing that happened was I knew we were going to be designing this box. Well, this was many months ago. I knew like, okay, we're going to be working on this. And so during the boxes, kind of the few months beforehand, I would be looking for beads for other things. And I would be like, ooh, I really like that one. And I kind of just started a little list. Some of it was even things that I considered for past boxes. So I think when I was working with Brittany on her box and trying to figure out, the sunset and the earth tones in hers, I think I showed her this bead. We ended up going a different direction, but I was like, well, I'm still going to save this one because it's those beautiful red terracottas that I love. And I like Saturn beads because you get to add that copper onto them. So that's just a little behind the scenes. It was like, oh, Brittany, you don't want it? I want it.
You're like, I will gladly use that option.
Exactly. So I just sort of kept a little running list. So once it was time to fully focus on this box, I kind of already had some ideas.
So the next two are cool because it's a newer coating for us.
It is.
That we really that came out really well. It's this peach luster we did in fire polish rounds and twist barrels here. So a 30-piece strand of those fire polish rounds, 5mm, 18-piece strand of the twist barrels, 5 by 9mm.
Wow. This coating is incredible.
You really get to see some of the color changing effect of the coating on the twist barrels there. I can even see from just of how the light plays off of it. It's somehow a pink meets gold, gilded gold almost.
Meets like tangerine orange. That's what I love about it. It is that perfect mix of pinks and oranges that I think that's why I love about Peach Moonstone. So these make a lot of sense to me together. They both have shine. They both have beautiful colors.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That's really nice.
These are heavenly.
Oh, that's a unique combination. That's pretty.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've gotten to like explore and try out so many different coatings. And this one was just the perfect mix of like luster and shine. But again, it has a little bit of what reminds me of Picasso. It has that kind of modeling, that texture to it too. So it just checks off all the boxes for me.
Absolutely. For the last stranded selection, we have another fire polish bead in the rainbow Picasso mix. Ooh,
this is another one of those like, unexpected touches. We were like, I mean, obviously, like there's kind of the core colors, but it was like, in this size fire polish bead, the variety on here, like it's like I think this could work and just be a little unexpected.
It gives you a lot to play with. You don't necessarily have to use all these colors together from the strand.
True.
Like I can easily see pulling out the peach for one project and the blues for another.
Yeah, like I could definitely see like working with like, the yellow and the blue would look great with this red. Maybe I pull out some of that like green to go with the Picasso. Oh, those look good together.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice.
There's a lot of possibility
for
this
bracelet.
This specialty strand. All right, as we go to our all of our loose selections, make sure you've hit the like button on this video. Make sure you're subscribed to Sam's Bead Box on YouTube. And let's jump into some of our focals with our check glass flower power shape. In, two different colors Rachel picked out here.
So I had to put in some of my favorite check glass shapes. This is one that we only got in the last year or so. It's just newer to the market, and I love it so much. It's just like such a happy flower. And then to get it in my favorite colors. So you have this one that's like that greeny turquoise with the copper. And this is this red Picasso mix. It has a little bit more transparency. Like they're amazing together.
And I could see a little multi-metallic for these.
But like that is like a perfect match, these together.
I could see like some folks like to make earrings that are in two like kind of slightly mismatched earrings. I think that'd be a nice possibility for those.
Totally.
Rachel every month asks, hey, we should do the check glass royal diamond. And 90% of the time I say, I love the shape, but we have to pick it for just the right months. This
That's
is
so true. I
Rachel
basically
proposes
think
this
it
shape
looks.
every month.
I think it works for every single month. I think it works for every theme. I would put it in every box if Sam let me.
So I always push Rachel that we only are allowed to put it in boxes that really matches. And so for
And
this
so that
one,
means my box.
so we did it in the Rachel's Fave box, and
Yep.
we even look at the color we came up with for it: turquoise with copper.
It's that perfect blue turquoise with a little hint of green in it. So like pair this with the peach moonstone because it has that copper shine. And like this is I love that. This is why I'm always talking about in live sales how I love blue and orange together. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Isn't this the best combination?
So this is one of the best combinations of colors I've ever seen in this shape. So this is worth the wait.
All right. Thank you for making me be patient, and I do love these.
Next up, we've got a excuse me, a fire polish barrel in turquoise, 8 by 11 millimeters, 10-piece set.
I think we got these the same shade in smooth ovals for the ancient Egypt box, and when those arrived, they looked even more incredible than I was expecting. Like because there are a lot of shades of turquoise, so I'm quite picky. I didn't want these things to feel like too light, too pastel. And I remember when we got those ones, I was like, ooh, if we can get that exact same shade in other shapes, like that would be great.
Yeah, that's a nice turquoise. And I love that this glass type just has these lines running through it. I only see those lines on like extra fancy types of glass. So I see them like, oh, we got fancy glass here.
So yeah, the vibe of the box, I'll just to add, I know I've been talking a lot about the colors, but I want to also add like the vibe to me is I'd say the very boho kind of Southwest. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. It's where you want to just layer lots of different things together in your design. So that's a bit of the feeling I was trying to create.
So we've only had a few natural type symbols so far. We had the flower, and now we have these leaves. So this is our birch leaf, turquoise glass again. Rachel, turquoise glass is so expensive.
I know, and I put it in the box like so many times.
I don't understand how you budget. Did you spend all of our money?
And we spent a little extra this month. We didn't charge y'all more, but we spent a little extra.
I can tell. Like I know what each of this
taste.
is like. Rachel told me earlier. She's like, Sam, I have pretty fancy check glass taste.
Yeah. Because like it's pretty expensive just getting turquoise glass shapes, but then you add lusters and coatings, and but that's what makes them even better.
So Rachel's saying she overspent on this month's budget, but it was worth it for the anniversary box. Our birch leaf, 25 pieces.
Yep.
9 by 10.5 millimeters.
A long strand's worth.
So those are going to be great for little accents here and there.
You are right, though, Sam, what you just pointed out. I tend to gravitate towards very like geometric shapes and very classic shapes. It is a little bit less symbolism, it's not as many florals and that kind of thing. Like there's a little bit, but I guess I just really like the versatility of just very like classic shapes and geometric shapes and how they flow together.
We'll go to our hematite faceted rounds. We came up with this matte metallic mix, 5.5 to 6 millimeters. Take a look at that. So what?
Yeah, this is unexpected.
Gold and like basically gunmetal hematite color.
No, this is like a dark bronze. It's still.
Oh, really?
I would still. Yeah, I think it's coming up a little. I wouldn't call it gunmetal. I think there. Now you can.
Oh yeah, that's dark bronze. Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all the warm metallics that I like. So yeah, the gold, the copper, the bronze.
And these have a lot of character to them.
They do. I mean, because we added matte to them, which I think we did that for the first time in Brittany's box, and that was me being like, "Oh, that was a great idea, Brittany. I'm going to steal that idea." I want hematite to be plated and to be matte because I just think it'll look really nice to mix in some metals throughout these beads. I love a metal, sort of metallic accent.
Next
All right,
up,
where are
our
these
check
going?
class Flower of Life coin. We have one more. I think it's our last flower.
But again, it's a little bit more of a geometric, more abstract flower.
Mhm.
The word mandala, I think one way to translate that is flower of life. So this is kind of meant to be designed. I think this was designed based on like a mandala design that's like a symmetrical flower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it creates that meditative quality. This
And
is
I
a
use
beautiful bead. So the color
Yeah.
is matte garnet with a copper wash, 19 millimeters, one piece of beauty.
And I've already used this in a necklace that you'll see. This and the red jasper, I think, is what I grabbed first. I love those deep reds. I think they're beautiful.
Because you can use those with the peach, which then brings you to the turquoise, and so there's some nice options with those reds.
I know. I feel like I want to make all these like smaller palettes. I'm like, ooh, those 3 together, those 4 together. Like I could definitely see doing that.
We've got our 2 more gems.
No, 2 more gemstones. We started with gemstones,
ending with gems.
Yep.
I think that means we have 6 gems in this box, counting the hematite. So Amazonite,
Yeah.
faceted, freeform ovals. We got a nice grade of these with a beautiful hand cutting. We splurged on these ones.
We did. These are really high end. I mean, because getting this grade of it, this quality, and like they do vary a little bit. You know, some are lighter, some are darker in the pieces, but because the lower grade ones can be very gray, very dull. And I know these aren't the largest pieces, but they have that color.
They're big enough to be a focal size. Even one piece for a bracelet would really stand out, especially with like peach moonstone contrasting it.
Like think of just like this eclectic, maybe stretch bracelet with all these different beads. Like how boho would that feel?
Yeah, that's cool. You could do some herringbone wrapping around that bead really easily as well.
Herringbone wire wrapping? I wonder who might have done some of that.
Oh, we have some goodies to show you shortly. Our last gemstone is Coffee Jasper Smooth Barrels, 12 by 15 millimeters, 4-piece set. I found these digging in a gem warehouse, and I texted them to Rachel. She's like, "Oh, that could be a little bonus." Oh, I believe we were already out of budget at this point, but Rachel's like, "I want one more bead in my box. I want a neutral."
Mm-hmm.
And so somehow she convinced me to add more money to this box. We have a very strict budget, by the way. If you're ever curious, we use every penny of our budget every single month. We literally do not leave a penny. Usually we go over by at least 5 pennies. If not
and we
more.
went a little over, more than that this time.
Quite a bit more, because Rachel kept wanting to add things. So she convinced me to add these Coffee Jasper Smooth Barrels. This one you kind of have to see in person to see the patterns on them.
Mm-hmm. So these ones must have been cut a while ago, right?
What do you say?
These must have been cut a while ago.
Oh, this is definitely old stock Coffee Jasper, because the new Coffee Jasper doesn't really have patterns on it anymore.
Oh.
So we tried to make sure everybody got some of those patterns in their box.
Yeah, and it's a nice chunky shape. It's like, again, this could be used as a focal paired with these other beads in a really cool way. Okay, let's do our metals. So I went with copper. I think, Sam, you've really turned me into a lover of the antique copper metals. It's just that warm tone that looks great with everything.
And it antiques so well. Like, it doesn't matter if it gets darker.
Yeah. So I'll do a little preview of them all, and then we'll go into detail.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's a nice collection.
Yeah, they all have so much detail to them. I think that's why I gravitated towards them.
Wow. I guess we'll start small.
Okay.
With the Halo Teardrops, 10 by 16 millimeters, 2-piece set, ready for earrings. Oh my gosh.
Because I was just like, I don't have enough dangles, Sam. I need 2 more.
And then the back side is flat. Let's see.
Yep, you have just plain on the back side.
I mean, so this is one where I might grab extras of if you want to make them like a collar of them. Like
Ooh, that's
I think
a
it'd
great
be
idea.
really, really something.
Yeah.
Because I believe the extra packs are more than 2 pieces for this one.
Yeah, they come as a 4-piece set, the extras.
That's nice. And we
But like,
usually get multiple colors of these for the extras also.
but what's interesting is that it's not a flat charm. They've domed that center. It's almost as if there's like a copper gemstone being like bezeled, because they've made it, bump up there in the center.
I'm curious if anyone ends up painting any of these charms with like a vintage type paint, because I think it would work really well. Even adding like a green paint in the grooves to give it like a patina look.
That's a cool idea.
Next is the Aster Flower Link, 19.5 millimeters, 2-piece set. Look at how many connection spots are on that wonderful piece.
I love versatile components that just give you so many options. So these could very easily be earrings with like basically a chandelier earring piece. That's how you can look at it, where you get to, dangle lots of beads from it. It also can be the end of a multi-strand bracelet or necklace. There's just, or maybe it's just the center of your necklace with lots of fringe. Fringe is a big part of like boho style, and I think these could help you do that.
These are very cool. And then Rachel's chunky metal choice is the Amulet Chandelier Pendant with that hammer tone finish. That is incredible.
Oh, yeah, true. That's very you, actually, the hammer tone.
Love the hammer
I think
tone.
we had that in your Sam's favorites.
I'm sure. 35 millimeters, one gorgeous pendant. Wow.
I have seen already so many incredible ideas with this piece. People are doing just, your first instinct is just to, dangle a bead with a head pin off each one. You can totally do that. It'll be beautiful. But folks are like doing like wire weaving through it and then creating this fringe off of it. I've seen like layering it with chain and just, someone even did an entire, I think maybe Marlena, she did an entire like bead embroidery piece that she hung off of it.
What?
Like, just, it's kind of, everyone please go after this, go to Gem Chat, our Facebook group, and just scroll through the ideas so far. You're going to get even more inspired. It's incredible.
Wow. Yeah, we'll give you a few ideas today, and then you got to check out the Gem Chat Facebook group for even more ideas. And then we also check out the playlist that we make each month. We'll be adding to that as videos get uploaded using the box. The playlist is
the collection.
That was a lot of beads, Rachel. That was a lot of fancy beads.
It just makes me so happy.
So 6 gemstones, premium check glass with the turquoise glass, the red silk glass, all those wonderful finishes of Picasso and bronze and lusters and metallics, and then all those metals made in Greece. We love including these metals made in Greece because they're tested, like they're very they're just high quality metals that we feel really good using in our designs. And
they pass both EU and US standards, so they're really, really great to work with. I have some extras to show off. We can do that.
So this is the box, and now Rachel is going to show you things that she's designed to go with the box as well.
So I think when Michelle saw this box, she was like, wait, you didn't put seed beads in the box? And that was definitely an option. But actually, if you're curious, the reason I didn't is because I like to use small check glass and gemstone beads like seed beads and like in my bead weaving. So you'll kind of see that in the piece I'll show you that I made. Like I kind of treat little beads the way one might treat seed beads. So like to me that I had the seed beads that I needed. But if you want a true seed bead, I did have a lot of fun coming up with a custom mix. And again, these are I think these are like $1 or $2 more than our usual mixes because I chose the fanciest stuff. So you have 2 different shades of turquoise in here. So you can kind of see that, like a darker and a lighter. You have then like 2 different peachy orange. One is this silver line kind of opal. And then there's also this like metallic coppery orange. And then there's also a red with Picasso. So there's 5 different colors, and I made it both in 8.0 and 11.0.
Wow, that's a nice combination. I love the turquoise, red, copper, and peach combination. That's nice.
Gorgeous.
Where's my tube?
I guess I didn't send you home with any.
No seed beads for me.
No, you'll have, but there's lots of other options. I promise. I didn't even use any of these in my designs today. I was going to wait to use those.
Okay. And then a Softflex trio as well. Oh, this one's got, let me see if I can do it without even Rachel telling me. I see turquoise on the left.
You got it.
Garnet on the right.
Yep.
Not spinel, garnet. Okay.
Garnet.
And then that's got to be the copper Softflex in the middle.
Exactly. Ding, ding, ding. So
that
it
is a great Softflex trio, medium size. 3
spools, each has 10 feet of stringing wire on it. So you have your classic colors and then from their metallics line, the copper as well. Wow. I'm thinking of using the garnet for my piece today, but I need your opinion.
I'm just going to take a peek outside. There's some commotion, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Or you can make mine a little bigger. And I will, I think I can start showing you guys some jewelry. So first I want to show you the piece that I'm wearing, and then I'll show you what I have started creating. So let me flip this around. All right, here we go. See this, you got to see it on. I can take it off so you see the details. But y'all, this is an incredible jewelry set made by the one and only Michelle Green. I think she's here in the comments today if you're watching live. Michelle works here at the shop, and she helps to put together. She is the main person physically putting together this box for us all every month, making those presents of beads, assembling them, packing them, and also just preparing and quality sorting all the gems, because we spend a lot of time to make sure that we're sending you really high quality beads. So Michelle is wonderful. We're so grateful to have her part of the team. And I kind of knew that the colors this month would also be maybe Michelle's favorite. So I asked if she'd be willing to make a piece with it. So she came up with this multi-wrap kind of lariat necklace. So I'm wearing it this way, but I'll show you. It can be worn so many ways. And then these matching earrings. So what I do is these are just like knotted together. So I'll just, maybe I went the wrong way. Can unknot them. There we go. So you could just like wear that open. But all I'm doing is this has no clasp on it. It is just a very, very long chain that I can just wrap however I want. So like, what would be another way? I think I could, I guess I could just do, or no, that's the same way I was wearing it. I don't know. I'll have to keep playing around with it. But like, there's just, there's so many options. It's an amazing piece.
What a shade. Oh my goodness.
Incredible. So let me show you the details. Here we go. Let me put this on a nice backdrop for y'all. This is, I wonder how many inches this is. I don't think we measured it.
Very long.
So,
oh, wow.
These are all expertly hand wire wrapped by Michelle, connecting them. She put in the center one of those flower power beads that she knows that I love, and then the red jasper at the end with little leaf dangles on it. So I hope y'all get inspired by this and create your own version, because this is really special.
That is awesome. Go, Michelle. That's so beautiful.
I know. And then here are the earrings real fast. That just pair beautifully. So she used the Amazonite for these and did very similar dangles with the leaves and just bringing in all the colors of the box.
Wow. Oh, the blues there. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Should we start making some jewelry?
Absolutely. I'm already started here.
Well, I did too. So, oh, that's good. Yeah, I like that.
Does that work? Let me, let's see.
Can I show off what I've started? What's going on? Oh, Sam froze. Hopefully he'll be back. All right, I'll go full screen. Hopefully Sam will be back in a moment. So as I was starting to play just right before this live sale, I do love the herringbone technique. I originally learned it from Sarah Lovecraft. So if you want to learn from the true expert, you can check out, she has lots of videos. But I fell in love with this technique. I looked back in December 2024, I taught the Halo earrings class. He's doing my version of a herringbone wire wrap. And so I actually went and looked back and kind of rewatched part of it to just kind of remember how I did it. And so I just like, well, let's do it with these beautiful beads. So I have here, I'm going to make the second earring with you all. And I also have a necklace. I'm going to just check if Sam has messaged me. No, I haven't. All right. Well, hopefully Sam will be back soon. Maybe his computer died or something. Okay. So let me show you a close up here. Here's the earring. This is what I made first. So I have that turquoise druck round in the center. I framed it with the hessonite garnet, and then I did the red jasper dangle. And then I did that exact same technique, but just, using a larger bead, using that flower of life. And then all around the outside, I alternated between those turquoise spacer drucks and the hessonite. So I was mentioning how like I use seed beads, or I use little beads in the same way you would seed beads. It's pretty common to use seed beads to wrap around these, but why not just use these ones? Oh, I think Sam might be back. So yeah, I'm putting this on the garnet. So I'm thinking I will make the other earring today and show y'all how I did it. So that's what I have going on. What are you thinking about making, Sam?
All right. Can you hear me? It just kind of didn't work when I flipped around, but I think it's
yeah, you're good.
Now. I started looping some of the Saturns.
Ooh.
Here, and I was already starting to kind of play around with that amulet piece.
Oh, I can see you wearing that amulet piece.
Because, yeah, I love the amulet. Then when he picked up the red jasper earlier, I think that looks very, very nice with it. So I'm gonna start tinkering with this.
Awesome. Well, I think shall I go ahead and show folks how to make this?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Okay. So you need 2 different sizes of wire. I went with 22 and 26 gauge. You probably could do 20 and 24. I liked this because these are a little bit thinner. I think it looks a little more delicate. And the wire it gets a little more hidden in my opinion. So this is just your artistic wire, this, your standard craft wire. It's dead soft. It's really easy to manipulate. And that's what I used. So I'm going to show you how to make the earrings, but it is really the same technique for the necklace. I can kind of talk you through where maybe there's some slight differences, but there's not really much. Okay, so let me start by cutting a piece. Let me move this out of the way. So I'll start by cutting a piece of the 22 gauge wire. I mean, essentially it basically needs to be long enough to go through that bead. I need to make a loop on the top and I need to be able to go through that on the bottom. So it doesn't need to be too long, but extra can be helpful. So I've got that. And then 26 gauge wire. I have to give Shira credit for getting me into this. I used to like the idea of using 26. I thought was ridiculous. I'm just being honest. I was just like, isn't that like so thin? Like, is that even usable? But actually it's kind of great. So I'm a fan now. All right, so let's cut plenty of this to work with. And I'll get started. Okay, so I need to attach this. So I'm gonna hold this down, and then I think if I do the tail, it'll be easier. I'm gonna use the tail to wrap around a few times. Try to get that pretty secure. I'm gonna go ahead and trim it. I found it actually was kind of getting in my way as I was making. Pinch that together. And now I want to string on my center bead. So it is handy with these earrings to be using a round bead because then as it moves, there is no front or back to these. I had to add a little extra technique for the necklace because it is a flat coin bead and I didn't want it to turn. So I actually do have this extra piece of wire running on the back. So basically at this point, I would, if I'm doing a coin, I would just take this, I'd actually wrap it around the bead and then around the other side before I keep going. And just by adding that extra bit of wire on the back, it helps to keep it secure and stay in place. But we're going to skip that step for this one. Oops, that went flying.
What went flying?
Oh, beads. Beads are flying.
Yes. Typical day at Sam's Bead Shop.
Yes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is string on these incredible itty bitty Hessnite garnet rondelles. Not even rounds. These are fancier. These are rondelles.
I love that you're doing herringbone with those. That is such a fun idea.
Right. This is why you need little beads. They're the best accent.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it ended up with 7 beads on one side and 8 on the other. I just did the amount that fit. I was like, yeah, it's not symmetrical, but since I guess these just vary slightly in their thickness, I just did whatever fits.
They also have, you picked high contrast beads for this design.
Yep.
Like they stand out as the frame around that check turquoise bead.
Yeah, and as I was deciding what I wanted to do, I basically just took, I'll show. I took the strands, because a lot of the little beads are on strands in this box. So I just took whatever my center was, and I just laid this around. And I was just like, which do I like the most? Do I like it with the English cuts? Do I like it with the fire polish? I can kind of just test it out and decide which one I want to use for the frame. Okay, so I'm just holding this up and seeing if I like that with the 7 beads. I think I do. So keeping this relatively in the center, though I don't actually, it's kind of actually good if one side is a little bit longer because that makes it easier to add the red jasper later, but I still need enough on this side to make my loop. All right, so I'm going to kind of hold this down, hold these beads together and hold them tight while I twist this around a couple of times. There we go. Just pinching in the sides to really get it to frame that druck. And then I'll keep going. So I'll put, what did I say? Yeah, 7 or 8 beads. And I'm just using the wire like a needle. This technique really feels like bead weaving to me, but with just a stiffer thread. It's wire.
So you feel at home right now?
I do. Because I did think about doing, like, I pulled out a beading needle and beading thread. I was thinking about using that for this technique. But I think this is a little more accessible for most people, but also the wire does really help the beads stay in place. So I thought for this framing, otherwise I would have had to do brick stitch, which is a bit tricky to do on a round bead. It's possible, but it can be a little tricky. So I like this option. So get those beads there. And again, I'm kind of just holding everything firm with this hand where I want it to be. And then with some tension, I wrap it around on the other side. And then I'll just cut off the excess. Okay, so this is the start of my charm. So, I guess you could just add a loop on both ends if you wanted to, and then it could be a link for any piece of jewelry. In my case, I was playing around with how I wanted to attach my pear brio. Initially, I was thinking that I would add a loop here and then dangle it down, but it just just added a lot of space between the beads. And I really wanted these things to be quite close together. So I was like, wait, luckily I had cut my piece long enough. And I was like, ooh, what if we just put it right on? So this was a little bit of a mind trick to figure out how to do this. But essentially I put this on here And I had to think about where I was holding it before I turned it to kind of make sure that it would give it enough space. So my gut says to hold it right around there and then just bend like that, because this is a 22 gauge wire. This probably would be harder with 20 gauge. I just created that frame around it. And then now I can just more easily do that on the other side. And it is a little bit tight in here, so just be careful. You don't want to like smash any beads like those garnets. If you press on them with the flat nose plier, they can break. And then just in that little bit of space there, wrap that around. And now this way it is all connected as one piece rather than two pieces. So let's trim off the excess. Tuck in that end a little bit more. Let's see. Okay. I always find I'm a little bit looser when I'm filming, but okay. There we go. I think if I press that down. Okay. And then the top side, I just need what did I do? Did I do wire wrap? Yeah, I did a wire wrap loop. So I'll just add that and we'll have a pair of earrings.
Oh, that's very fun. Clever way to add the wrapping to the red jasper there.
Thank you.
I wasn't quite sure how. I was like, how's that wire gonna bend? Uh-oh. Yeah, there was some sort of crash. And then looks like now the city has
crash. I think you said trash. Oh no.
No, I think there was a crash.
Oh no.
It looked like everyone's okay though.
Okay, hopefully.
They managed to knock over a fence.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Things are busy over there.
Very busy.
Right, my end is very short.
Getting out too.
What was that?
It's like right when school is getting out too. So surrounded by like high schoolers.
I know. They're like, they want to know what's going on. They're so nosy. All right, lastly, let's just add my ear wire. Ooh, I get to put this on. Close that up. Now I have a finished pair.
Oh,
voila.
Wow. Oh, you're going to love wearing those.
Oh my, right? So yeah, it's the same exact technique. I just have a larger center bead there. And as I mentioned, you just add this extra bit of wire across the back. It's the same piece of wire that you use to bring the beads around. And then I just add a little kink to it just to make it extra tight. And that'll help this coin bead stay there. And here I did more of an alternating pattern. So instead of just doing the hessonite, I did the hessonite and the little turquoise spacer rondelles because I needed a little turquoise in this so that these would go together.
That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
So there's my set. All right, I will try these on. I'll get these on, but Sam, can we see what you're up to?
Yeah, I'm just tinkering over her. I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and got some of my Saturns connected there just to get myself started. These have loops in them because I want it. This is not where this is going to end. And I was tinkering with a red jasper, but I think I'm going to do it again because I did want to incorporate gems into my wrapping there.
Sam!
I sort of liked how this one came out, but I'm going to do it again because I have another idea. So
I like where you're headed then.
One wrapping. We're going to do another with this time we're just going to really decorate that brio. So similar start, we're going to start with our triangle. And you want to get that centered. That's just a car going by.
Someone's just having fun now.
Yeah. I think I was on the wrong camera. Was I?
Whoa, that got bright.
Huh. Interesting. Why did that do
All right,
that?
well, I'll let Sam figure out that. Oh, and now the bead trade's coming through. There's a lot going on today, y'all. This
I don't
is live.
understand. My camera's not behaving.
I think I really do want a very simple. I think I literally just want soft flex. I went for that garnet color because it picks up the red in this. So all I'm going to do is just crimp the ends, put on a clasp, and that way I can wear this. So I'll do that. But let me show you the earrings since I have them on. Oh, and then Sam looks like he has figured things out.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm back now for now.
Oh yeah, these are Rachel earrings.
All right, so I've got my
every day.
Yeah, that looks like ones you would wear all the time.
Yep. Okay, let me zoom in on you.
All right, for my Brio wrap, you want your working wire, the one that we're going to end up doing all the work with, to be going up. And then we're going to use that shorter end to secure this first stage. Usually I would use some flat nose here. All right, just need 1 or 2 wraps, and that just gets the initial connection to the red jasper set. So it should look something like that. I almost just poked myself in the eye with this really long working thread.
Oh no!
Almost. Luckily not my eye. Wow. I gave myself probably 2 feet to work with just so I wouldn't run out. All right, and now we can really start having fun. So that's just like the step 1 of the Brio wrap. Everything's very secure. Now I can bend that working thread at 90 degrees, come in with my round nose, and get going. So we're going to make our loop, just as you normally would. And so all right. So for the other one, I did a full wrapping all the way down and then did a layer of the beads. And I didn't actually love, here, I can try to get it to focus up here. 1, 2, 3, focus. Nope. The magic button no longer works. But I want to try it a different way and see which one I like better. This time I'm going to put the beads, some more of the beads on much sooner in the wrapping process. So I'm going to go down a little bit on the Brio because I want more of the beads for the actual wrapping. All right, and now let's load up our thread with the garnets. Oh, this is a different phone. I'm so used to the phone at the office that likes to focus on small things. I was like, why is this so different? Rachel's got the good phone. So I'm going to put on a bunch of the orange garnets. I don't know how Rachel put on hers so quickly. And we have some choice here if we want to keep them pretty close together or spread them out in the wrapping. Like we could put 1 or 2 per row of wrap if we want to. Put on more than you think of these just to have them ready, and then you can use the number that you actually want in the end. So let's add a few more. Because then we're just going to turn the end of this wire so these can't come off as we're manipulating the rest of the wrapping. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just turn the wire so nothing can come off. And then bring some of your beads down, and we're going to decide how we want to do this wrap. So we can keep them pretty close together, which actually I'm liking the look of, so I might at least keep them close together for the front of the Brio. I don't actually really want them in the back of the Brio because they could get more pressure put on them.
Okay.
So I might focus them on the front. Let's load. I'm going to get some more, brought down my wire.
Oh, this is so beautiful, Sam.
I am liking how this, we can a little bit see how that's coming together. One there. And then I'm going to do a row. Actually, yeah, that's helping to secure. I did an extra wrap around before starting the next row. So we can.
You did a wrap around with no beads on it.
Yeah, and now it's like I was like, oh, they're already holding on much better. Yeah, that's to complete that wrap around. And then we have a choice here. Like we could stop there, but I'm kind of thinking I want one more row, but I only have 2 more beads on there, which is, I don't think we'll cut it. So let's do a garnet reload. Probably need at least 8 beads for this last row. So this is just the start of our festivities for this anniversary. So this is just where got to tell you about the box, getting to show you some first designs with it. But then we have a whole party a week from today that Rachel will tell you about.
Well, I mean, all of next week I think is going to be
that's true.
Really fun. So here, let me add myself back. So yeah, I think next week will be a lot of fun. We have our live sales on Tuesday and Thursday, which at least in part will be inspired by Rachel's favorite. So I'm going to enjoy these live sales. Hopefully you will too. So Sam, there better be some.
I got to come up with some special activities for us then.
Ooh, well, you better have some good turquoise for Turquoise Tuesday.
Okay, I'll scout for some. We have a little bit of turquoise from Tucson, you know.
Yeah, you're going to have to impress me. So that's my challenge to you, Sam. You need to really impress me with the turquoise. But there'll be lots of other goodies that are probably just like a lot of earth tones, but mixed with the brighter colors. So our live sale should be a whole lot of fun. And then on Friday is like our big 5th anniversary party. I sent out invites to a lot of the YouTubers who regularly share our boxes. And not everyone was able to come, but like, I mean, 9 people said RSVP'd, so we'll have around that, things happen. Wow. Hopefully we'll get all of those bead friends hopping on, and we're going to do like oh my gosh, Sam. We're going to do like a show and tell. So I'm asking folks to gather any jewelry just like a few of the jewelry pieces they've made over these 5 years, and just kind of take us down memory lane. So I hope you will join the party next Friday.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun.
And that'll be here on YouTube.
All right, I've got the start of my pendant now.
That's incredible, Sam. I love that one's even more luxurious.
Yeah, I like how this garnet. So I did 3 rows of garnet, and then I wrapped back up in between the rows, and then ultimately secured it around the top, just right below the top loop, and then connected it to my Saturn bead. From there, there's a lot of possibilities. So this is where I want to start involving some more color, because we've got copper and red. I think it needs contrast. The first thing I was eyeing, look at these turquoise drops next to it.
Yes.
So that might just, sometimes it's nice for when you're making chandelier pieces, kind of sort of lay out what it might look like. Start figuring out how many rows you're going to have to your chandelier. Because like that could go there, that could just, or those could go on the outside. There's lots of options. Kind of figure out how many different types of beads you want to involve. Ooh, the red one's also there. I don't need to do something this might not have to be too complex. I kind of like the look.
Sam, I really feel like you're honoring my vision by making something that is just full of dangles.
Dangles.
You're bringing my vision to life, so thank you.
Oh, this is fun. So for these ones, I think I'll do a wire wrap loops, just because I think the look of wire wrap loops is a little fancier. There's a little more finished look to it. Also, like, I'd never used a magic crimper, but I'm using it right now as a flat nose plier.
Yeah, I saw that. I know, because we brought so many tools to the office here.
All my favorite tools I've brought to the office by now. But this actually these are working pretty well. So I'm not doing what I need it to do.
Nice.
Assuming I can tuck in that end. Come on. This is where I need my Xuron Precision tip ones. There we go.
Oh, you mean the ones that I'm using?
Let's see here. I know I'm like this will definitely turn into a whole necklace, but today I'm just focusing on the centerpiece. I think it'll be easy to build out from here now that I know what beads
For sure.
I'm using for the centerpiece. Sometimes to get tighter wraps, I do find using especially when the gauge of the wire is pretty tough. Like this had been pretty work hardened. I'll use an actual tool to do the wrapping. Versus I usually just wrap without a tool. Yeah, these are not precision tip. Let's see. I could also try these crimps. Oh, that might be
Okay, so I'm curious if this works. I tried going very minimalist and not even using jump rings. So, and I can do that since I'm making it exactly the length I want. Like I don't need to worry about an adjustable length. But I just took a crimp, then a wire guardian, and I just because I was able to fit this wire guard just directly through the lobster clasp. And then I did the same thing on the other side. So let me trim off the extra soft flex. If I had done this from the spool, then I wouldn't have had all this extra. Okay, make sure I'm cutting off the correct one, not my actual necklace. Let's see here. There we go. And I guess I'm wondering if this will just like fit. It does fit through there, so I might not need to add any jump rings. Let me try this on now. I get a whole finished set.
Oh, wow. That's going to be fun to wear.
I think so. Okay. And so, yeah, this is the garnet color soft flex. That's part of the trio. Aww. The mirror. There we go. Damn, look.
Oh, wow. That's such a nice way to... Oh, that's such a good use of that flower of life. Because it really...
happy.
I know, it looks even more elevated with that frame around it.
Yeah. Well, I'm in cloud 9. I just made just the most Rachel, the most me jewelry.
with
really
with your
helps.
box.
It really helps when you get to pick out every single bead. It's quite amazing.
I would really hope you
really
like
happy.
I would really hope you like everything in this box.
I do. And I love what you're making. I use like what has become a very like a technique that's like very true to me. Like doing either brick stitch or herringbone is like a go-to for me. And I love that you're doing that. That is like your go-to brio style that just like feels like a Sam signature.
Oh,
It just feels fitting for this 5th anniversary box that we're both just like sticking true to like who we are. I really love that.
So I'm getting these connected so we can at least see what the finished pendant might look like. So I did simple loops on each of the Saturns. That lets me open them up just like a jump ring. And I can slip on those drops. I think I remember when we picked out those drops, we're like, those are going to make nice dangles. And
Yep.
we were right. All right, let's see what we think. It's always, you got to actually lay it out to see how the balance of a chandelier comes out.
Can you kind of, I know it'd be kind of, can you hang it? I know we won't totally see it as well, but yeah, I guess then not really. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's
I love
really
it, Sam.
fun. And now there's so many options. I still have 2 loops left here, so could connect to multiple strands if I get so inspired.
Now, I could see you wearing this either as a really short necklace so that it kind of fits in the collar of your shirt.
Yeah.
Or as it's almost like would be your bow tie in a way. You know, it's like in that spot. Or I could see you wearing this like really long It would look great both ways. Yes, yeah. Because that's kind of like what a bolo tie is, right? Often people wear it up there.
Or it'd be like
I think I might get higher. I love that. But
that's
you
really
have to do what you... I think that's gorgeous. It looks good on your dark blue shirt.
Yeah.
Or black shirt, yeah.
There's my finished piece.
That's amazing, Sam.
Finished pendant at least.
Well, that's what you... That is a true to Sam statement.
I have to show you my helper as well. She hasn't moved the entire time. I put a pillow down. I was like, I wonder if I put a pillow, if she'll just use it. Yep.
We didn't even hear her. I kind of forgot she was next to you.
When do you ever hear Dink? She's the quietest cat that exists.
Only if she's like really wants you to pet her, and you really if you have really been ignoring her by accident, or she's like, it is time for food, but like it's pretty rare. She has to be like the end of her leash to do that.
Can I show you my new trick?
Oh yes, show us some magic.
So I purchased a special rock in Tucson that I can talk to.
It's in Tucson.
That's why this is new. Let me
let me hide that, Sam. Give me a moment.
This is my new special rock.
There we go.
Turn on the rock. Oh wait, Dinky's Susie had no rock.
Is she scared by it? Is she interested? I don't know.
What do you think of the rock, baby? Or you just want pets?
Yes.
Yes. That's my new rock.
That's beautiful. Do you know what rock it is?
I think it's like an onyx type.
Or an onyx?
Okay. Yeah, because it's... And what's cool, the light bulb I put in it, I can actually change the... Oh, hello there, Dinky. You jump. Okay, hello. I can actually change the color of it, which I thought was kind of fun. Maybe.
Sam, now you're gonna have to get these to sell in the shop.
Like now it's a blue rock.
Okay, now you've impressed me.
Isn't that cool?
Okay, we have to start using that for when we're hosting like game nights and whatever.
Oh, red rock. But here's just like a neutral color, so you can. Dinky, are you trying to take my beadbox beads? Dinky. No, this lady. You good girl. Anyway,
Sam, it's been so nice to just hang out and bead together. I love when we do this.
Me too. Dinky, thanks for joining the bead hangout.
Yeah, we have to have the whole family here.
Of course. Dinky, what do you think of the new bead box?
What would be a Dink's favorite bead box?
Chicken? Just a lot of chicken?
Yeah, just food, I guess. Or it would be like, I guess it would be like yarn.
Oh, feathers. Oh, feathers. Absolutely.
Yes, actually, it could be quite boho with all the feathers. Amazing.
You're right. It'd be a lot of feathers and string.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you for coming to our unboxing. What a joy.
This has been such a treat. I have had the best time. Thank you for hanging out with us live. Thank you for watching us throughout the weekend or whenever you are watching this. We're so grateful to have you part of our beading community and to be part of your beading community. It really is an honor.
Next year, Dink's faves.
I mean, we did Rachel's favorites because y'all asked for it. Like, I didn't say that explicitly, but like when we were a year ago, when we did our 4th anniversary and we were having people guess, we got so many guesses that we were going to have my favorites. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So we waited a year and we did it.
Yeah. Tell your friends about the box. It helps us out so much. Even just go tell one friend how much they would love getting the box and just getting a curated palette each month. It's the best deal we offer at the shop, and we try to keep it fresh every single time. I think you're really going to like our April box, so make sure to go to samsbeadbox.com if you're not currently subscribed. If you want to get it at the subscriber price, we were able to pack in a lot to the April box, so lots to look forward to there. But for next week, we are celebrating this box, our anniversary box, so we'll be partying all next week with our live sales. I'm going to come up with fun things for us, maybe some extra gifts or something. So come on out to our Tuesday, Thursday live sales, and then our party on Friday.
Let's do it. It should be a fun week.
Bye, Freds.
Bye.